B-Jump Sunset World.
Sushi,
Sumo, Tokushima!
この番組は地域密着型のボランティア活動を徳島で行っている国際ワークキャンプのメンバーがお届けする30分です。
This 30 minutes broadcast is hosted by volunteer members who come from abroad to help the community of Tokushima. Good evening and welcome to the first program of the year.
С Новым годом всех!
新年明けましておめでとうございます。Chúc mừng năm mới.
Happy New Year, and we're happy to be here today.
This is the first program of the show for B-Zan radio station. We, as your hosts, are from overseas. I myself am from Brisbane, Australia, and Anastasia, my host, is...
I'm from Russia, St. Petersburg.
So as an international radio station, we want to welcome and accept as many people with as many languages and beliefs as possible. So for this year, we are your first hosts on the show.
Sushi,
Sumo, Tokushima! So Anastasia, you're from St. Petersburg in Russia.
Yes.
That is a very cold place in the world in winter. Is that right? Is it cold in winter?
Yeah, it's cold. Actually, sometimes snow starts to go in October. Until May.
That's a long time.
Till 9th of May.
Wow, that's a long time.
Yeah, that's a long time, but it is not the coldest, of course, city in Russia. My father, for example, he's Norilsk in half of the year.
Wow, okay.
Night, half of the year day. So
really,
okay.
that is crazy. But is there mountains? I'm thinking like cold. Like I think of mountains and caves and forests. Is that around St. Petersburg, or is
no,
like mostly?
Absolutely no mountains at all.
Wow.
First time in my life I saw mountains, except Ural Mountains because they look like hills somewhere.
Well, same
here.
in Australia. We have a lot of hills. We don't have
Yeah.
many mountains.
So
And it's near the water, right? St. Petersburg is a port? It's a port?
Yeah, it is a port. It's big, like port city
Yeah, right.
from ancient times. From actually 300 years ago it was built.
Well, okay. That's the same, almost the same time as Australia's been inhabited by
Really?
Very short time, yeah.
Yeah, but it's like North Port.
So can you go many places from that port? Can you go to other countries, or is it you fly? You mostly fly to other places?
Yeah, no. It's St. Petersburg based on Baltic Sea, so we can go easily to every Scandinavian country. And, well, yeah, Sweden.
So have you been to many of those countries around Russia that way, or?
Same, but not.
Oh, okay.
I even made a Finnish visa, but
oh wow,
yeah.
Finnish visa. Wow,
but
okay.
I did. Yeah, it's easy for.
Yeah.
By the way, it's easier for people who live in St. Petersburg to make Finnish visa. I don't know why.
Oh right, okay.
Yeah,
wow,
like
okay. I wonder if it's the difference between Moscow, because to be honest, you're the first person I've met from St. Petersburg.
Really?
I think so yeah. Well, for an Australian, that's the other side of the world, so it's very hard
because
for an Australian to meet a Russian. And we're in Japan as well, so
actually
meeting halfway.
Yeah, about Australia, I want to go one day, but I'm afraid of.
Well, it's a long way.
It's
a long way, and you probably know, but the Southern Hemisphere has the opposite season.
Yes.
So now it's actually very hot.
I
It's
can't
the hottest time of the year.
I can't imagine Christmas in the pool, but yeah.
For Australians, if you're listening out there, our image, as we all know, of the new year around this time in January is it's very hot. If you're probably somewhere south, you're lucky. If you're in Tasmania or you're in Melbourne, but if you're in Brisbane, like where I'm from, and Perth is. I feel sorry for you guys. I haven't been to Perth yet, but it's very hot. It gets to some days 40 degrees.
Celsius.
That's 40 degrees Celsius.
40 degrees.
We're talking. Yeah. There's been days, not so many I can remember from school, but we finished school early because it was too hot. That was the days before we had air conditioning in every class. So I think I was in maybe grade 6 or 7. In my primary school, and the teacher said, "No, it's too hot. You need to go home."
Sorry, it's funny because in Russia we go home usually even if it's too cold in
Too
winter.
cold.
If it's minus.
We wish we had that in Australia.
Yeah, if it's minus, never if it's too hot. Never,
Wow.
I never heard about that.
That makes sense because it's too cold that your hand freezes while you're holding the pencil.
Yes, actually we have central heating, but if you want to go to school and be alive and stay alive on your way, it should be like around minus 25 at least. If it's minus 30, usually we
Minus what?
yeah minus 30. Minus 30.
Wow.
Yeah, we don't
I can't
go
even imagine
to
that.
school, yeah.
Jeez, that's unimaginable. And to even get up at that that degree.
But it is not too often.
Yeah,
it is.
but it happens.
Sometimes it's like on the end of January.
Right, end of January.
So
Right, okay.
One
wow.
or 2 weeks in January.
So that would mean the water would freeze. So you have to have certain elements in the water in the taps to stop them from freezing.
Maybe.
So the water, the pipes
I think
freeze.
so, but I'm not good
conditions. Okay.
Yeah,
right.
but I think
Right,
of course.
okay.
But in this time, it's as far as we have Christmas on the 7th of January. On 7th of January.
Really? Why is? I actually didn't know that as an Australian. Could you explain the different calendar?
Yeah, it's different calendar. We took it from Greece. So we in Greece and in Russia and in Spain also, and maybe in some Slavic countries. Maybe
Yep.
not.
Okay.
Which
So do you know the reason? Do you know the reason for that?
It's like I don't know.
It's just a different calendar.
Yeah, it's just different and different Catholic Church, like Orthodox.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah,
oh, okay.
But I wanted to say about what it was after Christmas. It's like the end of January, when it's minus 30, minus 25. We have a special holiday when people maybe fall down into the water.
Oh,
dive.
okay.
Yeah, dive.
Oh, okay. But
made a hole into the ice.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So it's right in this time, the coldest time of the year.
So okay, it's not related to the traditions I know of, using saunas. Then you jump in the water. You don't use saunas like that in Russia and St. Petersburg. A sauna, the hot room where you'd.
I understand.
Sauna.
We have banya.
Banya.
It is so popular from ancient times in Russia. It's like. It is not like onsen in Japan because onsen based on the hot springs.
Yeah,
but banya it is like it's more similar. I think with sauna.
And you would use that often? Like, is it like a tradition or is it like a routine?
It is popular. Public banya, like public baths everywhere.
Oh, okay.
Everywhere, but me, myself, I never experienced. I've only been on my grandparents' banya once or twice. On the first time in Japan, I experienced public bath.
Oh, public bath in onsen?
Here in Katsura. No, not onsen, public bath.
Oh, public bath. I think they call sento in Japan. Right,
here in Katsura.
Oh, right, okay. Well, that's very different too, I guess.
It was the first time with a parade, but it was much weird.
Okay. Well, I guess for all you listening out there, you've probably seen the signs if you can read the Japanese, or you have friends who've introduced you to what a Japanese onsen is, but coming from Australia, we never dreamed of having like a nice hot natural bath in the middle of nature in Australia. We go swimming in the rivers, nice clean rivers, like near Brisbane.
A lot of rivers?
Well, like streams, like not like rivers like I've seen in Japan, like very big rivers in Japan. There's not so many of them in Australia. More coming from the mountains, small mountains. And they're like all rock beds, and it's cold water throughout the whole year. It's pretty cold. So from where I live, I could drive towards the Gold Coast, which probably most people know it's pretty famous. It's very touristy, magnificent beaches. It's good for surfing. You can go swimming almost any time of the year. It gets a bit cooler, of course, in winter. People go break of dawn, even sometimes before dawn. Like I have relatives who would go surfing before it's sunrise. You can be on your board, and because the coast is facing the east, you can watch the sunrise from your surfboard on the
I think a lot of
water.
people a lot of surfers.
Surfing is a very strong culture in Australia. It's very popular. I myself, I can't surf, unfortunately. It's on my list of things to do and to learn when I go back to Australia. But we don't realise how magnificent our beaches are until we travel overseas. And there's some nice places I've been in Japan, very nice beaches. But from where I live, I can drive there in about an hour, about less than an hour from our home. So we can go there. We go swimming in the rock pools. We have a lot of magnificent natural spots that are kind of secrets for us.
I can imagine. We don't have much. Just lakes.
Okay.
Lakes,
and I guess
rivers.
in summer, did you do it in summer?
Yeah, people usually go to swim on lakes.
Right, okay.
We have a lot of huge amount of lakes.
Right, okay.
And in Puerto region.
Okay. So have you done any of that in Japan? Have you experienced that since you've been in Japan? Since you've arrived in Japan, have you done anything like that, or is it
no, I came
been too
in
cold?
September and I've been on the ocean, but
it's been too cold, I guess, hasn't it? Yeah, okay.
And the ocean, I think.
Did you enjoy? You said about the public bath. Did you enjoy that in Japan?
Yeah, as I said, I was only one time, but I enjoyed. Yeah, I couldn't imagine how it would be because I never been and I was a bit afraid, but it was very good.
Right, okay.
It was like spa bus.
Wow, okay, all right. Okay, well, I think coming up next, we'll be talking a bit more about your volunteer experience. You've been staying in Tokushima for quite a few months now, so
3 months.
Yeah, after when we come back, we'll have a bit of a break. We'll come back and we'll talk about it then. So, as I think you've been volunteering here in Tokushima, and actually I myself have just arrived. So, when we come back, if you could just give maybe just a bit of a brief of what you've done and maybe some hints and tips for my stay here to survive the winter.
Yes.
All right.
Definitely. As far as in Japan, there's no central heating. You will need the hints how to survive.
Okay, I'll keep that in mind. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Sushi,
Sumo, Tokushima! Right, so Anastasia, you've been living in Tokushima for quite a while now. You've been here...
around 3 months.
Around 3 months, and that's been, I guess, probably a pretty cold time for you. So how has it been, like, adjusting to living... Because you've been here almost living like a Japanese for the last 3 months. So how's it been?
It's what you said, it's exactly what I wanted to experience in Japan, because if you go as a foreign student, you can't feel like real Japanese life, but if you go as a volunteer, if you help people, like with your open heart, you can experience a real life and to make friends, real friends, and etc. So it was one of the great experiences in my life, and of course I want to come back already.
Yeah, well, okay. So, what at your first day, like, what was your first impression of volunteering? Because volunteering to some people can just mean working in a shop or talking to people, but from what I understand, as I've just started myself, is that this role as a volunteer in Tokushima, there's a lot of people you meet, a lot of variety of activities.
Yes.
You're going to temples, maybe you're going to clean like the river sometimes. You're going to pluck the flowers. Like, how was it first? Was it overwhelming, or was it kind of like, you prepared for it? How was it your first time you started volunteering?
Actually, volunteering, the main... What we do here in Tokushima is we take care about flowers, Hana Road.
Yep, okay. So Hana means flower, right?
Hana flower, in Japanese.
Yep.
So we are watering them and...
so you pick out the rubbish?
Yeah.
There's a lot of rubbish? But
and change flowers from season to season.
Okay, yep.
Now it's marigold.
Marigold, they're the orange ones, right?
Yeah,
we have a nice smell.
Yes, we have some in Russia,
in
the south of Russia.
Yeah, right, okay.
Yeah, my grandparents grow them.
Oh, right, okay.
So for me, I like
That's
them.
a good memory of being home, I guess, yeah. And there was another one I saw as well, the yellow, you know what the yellow flowers are?
Yellow?
Yellow flowers.
Yellow flowers, it's marigold still.
They're marigold, are they? Oh, okay.
And yes, when we with Shinri-san take care about them. Yeah, Shinri-san's in charge about this, the whole Hana Road.
Oh, I see. Yeah, okay. And
as I know, it's,
is it a big area? Is it is it just? I'm thinking like one garden. Like that's or is it?
Oh no, it was only one zone B. And,
okay. There's zones. So there's
it's 3 zones, A, B, and C.
Oh, right.
And,
okay.
Yeah, it's quite.
Okay. And is it like I'm thinking from maybe where I saw it today? It's in a very obvious place in Tokushima. Is that right?
Yes,
is it like,
of course. It lies in the center.
Oh, right. It's near the train station.
Can see. Yeah, it's from train station, bus station, and it's going in different directions.
Yep. Oh, okay. Yeah, okay. So I guess a lot of people who would come to Tokushima, they would see these flowers.
Yes.
And it would be, it's a good image. I think it's a nice image.
Yes, right.
Nice, colourful. So, okay, righto. And I think also that street too, from the name that I read, is the main street. They have the performance in August, which is Awadori Festival.
Mm-hmm.
So that's
unfortunately,
cool
I haven't seen this
it's
year.
in August. Yeah.
Next
okay.
time.
But it's nice too because then you can sync all the photos that are taken and videos that the flowers that you cleaned and the rubbish you picked up is preserving that garden behind the behind the pictures. So okay. So what about food and because Japanese love food and from my experience, Japan has one of the best cuisines in the world.
Yes, it's
you wouldn't
my
get sick
favorite.
from Japanese food. So how was it for you in Japan with the food?
For me, it was like familiar because I started to eat Japanese cuisine from my teenage years.
Oh, okay.
Because in St. Petersburg, 70% of restaurants are Japanese.
Oh, wow, that's a lot more than
and we used to cook makinzushi usually.
Oh, right. Oh, okay.
And with friends and
Okay.
Something. It's very difficult to find curry. Almost impossible to find curry in supermarkets in Russia, but
Japanese curry is very nice. It's
but here,
India,
I tried.
It's very sweet. Yeah,
finally,
it's very nice.
I tried real curry.
It's good comfort food for winter.
And miso soup, finally, because in St. Petersburg, miso soup. Sorry, but it's disgusting.
Oh, really? Oh,
but I finally ate. Yeah.
Miso soup in Japan is amazing, and it's so many good properties.
Yes.
Yeah. So when you were volunteering, do you have a good opportunity to experience different food and with the host, they show you around the different restaurants?
Yes, of course.
Cook yourself?
Every Thursday, for example, we eat okonomiyaki.
Oh wow, what is that?
Yes.
Okonomiyaki.
Okonomiyaki, it is like
it's a pancake. Is that right?
It looks like pancake, but Tokushima style, Hayashi-san
it's
style.
different.
Yeah.
Oh, it's unique.
It's a special restaurant. Yeah, unique restaurant.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it looks like
pizza or
no, it looks like pancake, but close like
it's folded.
Like calzone, like Italian.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay. And it's got what kind of toppings? Like I'm thinking, if it's like a pancake, is it sweet or is it salty? Or?
Sweet and salty in
sweet
the same time.
Salty. Oh, okay.
but it is not this. This is not the taste. If you say sweet and salty, you can't imagine because a lot of dishes sweet and salty in Asian cuisine.
That's true.
So you can't. Yeah, you should just try.
Okay.
Yeah, you will have a chance.
Okay. And I think it's got vegetables in it as well.
Yeah,
cabbage or
cabbage
something.
Cabbage at the basement. Yeah, and different tops you can choose.
Right, and nothing too spicy. I don't think there's much chilies in Japan. No one.
Yeah.
Okay, so you never had any problems with that. That's
no. Just I enjoy every day.
Yeah. Okay.
I just eat everything.
Yeah.
Just everything.
Really good. Okay, and so
maybe
from these places that you would go to, would you would make friends with the owners or the people who work there?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, and they were really welcoming for you. And
yes, people here.
Really?
I just don't have words enough for describe people. I'm so happy to meet people which I met here, and it is strange to say that I made friends in 3 months, but actually almost 2.5 months. But I made very really good friends here, and I'm so happy. And I, because of people, first by first, I want to come to Tokushima again and again, and I'm going to come. Yes,
that's magnificent.
I just love people.
So it's definitely had a big.
I met here so much.
So it's made a big impact in your life, by the sounds of it.
Yes, it's really one of the best times, and also nature. Mountains. I live just under the mountain here. I was living in Tokushima.
In Tokushima?
Yes.
Is that Bizan Mountain? Is that right?
Bizan Mountain,
and there's
yes.
a rope
and I climbed it several times.
Oh, really?
So you should.
Really? So how long does it take you if you go up there from the base?
Yeah, by foot it will. If you go fast, it could take 1 hour.
Okay, 1 hour.
Yeah,
okay,
but
I guess
1
it's
hour
pretty
and
steep.
a half, hours.
It's like 300 or 400 meters, I think.
Yeah.
So, okay. Yeah, okay. And did you watch the sunrise any day? That
only
early?
No night.
Sunset.
Unfortunately, for sunrise, I'm too.
It's pretty hard to get up early in the cold, isn't it? Maybe in summer it's easier.
Yeah.
Though staying in August.
But night view, amazing.
Yeah, okay.
Amazing.
Yeah, right, okay. And I guess Tokushima is a pretty big city, so a lot of places you can go as well. If you have free time, you can explore the
you can see the ocean, the mountains.
Oh, right.
And
everything is in one spot. Yeah, right, okay.
From the top of the mountain.
Yeah, okay. And also, I think you've been volunteering. You've been doing work also outside of Tokushima.
Mm-hmm.
In farms as well. Is that right? You've been doing like volunteering work at the farms. And there's farms involved with.
I was on mikan farm. It is if I can say farm.
Yep.
We were picking up mikan in Katsura.
Yep.
Mikan, it's Mandarin.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. So it was so new and unique experience for me because I never could imagine that I can pick up mikan in the mountains in Japan.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
I just never thought about that, but yeah, we ate a lot of mikan there.
Right. Okay.
And,
That's good. Good vitamin C.
Enjoyed the work, and people again were very kind and open. I think it's a difference between people from big cities. Like I'm from St. Petersburg, I don't know, and every big city where everybody busy.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
busy, I mean, and
free time and
there are traffic jams, etc.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. For sure. Okay. So is this your first time volunteering as well? You've done volunteering before you came here?
Yes, yeah. Actually, I was a volunteer in this March.
Oh, okay.
So March of 2017.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah. In Russia, in the North Polar Ural Mountains. It was work camp which organized by Japanese volunteering organization, NICE.
Oh, okay.
It calls NICE. Yeah, and the president of this organization decided to organize a work camp in such unique place, and the aim of this work camp was to help scientists with identifying footprints of wild animals.
Oh, wow, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, but we saw only deers nearby.
Well, that's pretty cool.
Yeah,
it's better than bear footprints.
But the road, can you imagine? I should take from St. Petersburg. I took 2 planes and
wow.
Train and special car, very big car, trekol in Russian, for 5 hours.
Wow,
because
that's a long way. It
is Komi Republic.
It's 2 flights.
Yeah,
okay.
And the place where we have been, it's like 4 Japanese people there and 4 Russian.
Yeah.
It is the biggest natural park in Russia. UNESCO.
Okay, yeah, UNESCO.
And nobody live here yet. It's like virgin nature.
Oh, wow, okay.
Yeah, just amazing.
Wow.
So after that, we were in the wild environment and ate North Russian cuisine with only deer meat.
Wow, that sounds...
Yeah, and tried even raw meat.
Sounds pretty healthy. Oh, wow, raw meat. Wow,
even raw meat.
Right, okay.
But... and after that, from my childhood, I wanted to go to Japan, but this work camp was like a push.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, for me.
It changed your decision to make it. Oh, okay.
Yes, fine.
Sooner than rather than the dream.
I just decided. Yeah, and then in half a year, I came to Tokushima.
Wow.
Yeah, because
we were
talking with I was talking with Japanese, and I made very good friends from this work camp. We even 2 of them came to St. Petersburg in August. Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Right. Okay. Wow. Okay. So I think this trip for you to Tokushima, volunteering, any volunteering in the world, has a life-changing experience. I think a big impact in your life. So I think for you,
yes,
it sounds like this has been a great time for you. It's almost like a dream come true. So
yes, sir, that's true.
So yeah, it's been a good time. You've really enjoyed it. Good memories and
in Tokushima. It is one of the best times. Wow.
Okay.
And yes, as I said, and as I always say, like I'm going to go back.
Definitely, that sounds great. Awesome. Well, thank you very much for coming to Tokushima.
Thank you
and all the people in Tokushima who've helped make your trip amazing.
Of course, yeah. I love all my friends here.
Sushi,
Sumo, Tokushima. All right, well, that finalises our our show for today, which was the first show of the year. So we are very, very happy to be your first host, myself, Mitchell, and Anastasia, for this show. We hope you've enjoyed our voices and our entertaining for the last 20 minutes. So we just want to say thank you to all of you.
Thank you very much. どうもありがとう。
どうもありがとうございます。for all of your generous contributions to Tokushima, having a good time. We really, really look forward to our time next, coming back to Tokushima.
Yes, I think Mish already want to go back, so he is on the second day here. So
so it's been a bit nerve-wracking, but I've had a very good introduction to Tokushima, and thanks for Anastasia. Thank you very much, guys.
Thank you very much.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.